Hello, everybody. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. Good afternoon, good evening. We are streaming live, tracking some severe thunderstorms out there across Texas this evening here at 6:03. Some severe warnings out there near San Angelo, some more severe warnings in DFW. So we're tracking it all for you here on tonight's live stream. It's been a little while since we've last been live. Of course, if you guys have questions, comments, or anything like that, we will talk more about that here coming into the future. But as of right now, in tonight's stream, we have multiple weather alerts out there. Take a look at this. A severe thunderstorm warning right now just to the north of Dallas-Fort Worth right now. So you can see right here north of McKinney, or excuse me, north of Dallas, south of McKinney, south of McKinney, we have a storm right now. And then near Denton, we have another storm that we're tracking right now. I know it's a little bit glitchy and everything with the camera still. I have better lighting, but it's just things are not working properly. So we'll work on that here in a little bit. Again, we have another severe weather threat later this week. So when we go live again next time, the graphics should look a little bit different, and the quality of the stream should be significantly better. All right, so now I want to go ahead and take a live look out there in DFW, where we're tracking a severe storm just outside of the viewing area for Dallas-Fort Worth. But this is a live shot coming in from, this is the DFW airport camera, but the camera is faced not at the airport. It's actually faced on the interstate right now, and you can see a good shot of the skyline. It kind of looks hazy out there in the distance, but that's about it with what we are tracking right now. So guys, that's what we're watching, and let's go ahead and take another live look out there. Here is the Dallas camera. This is going to be at the skyline, and you can see as it loads, it's also pretty overcast out in the distance where we have that one storm happening right now. So if we go ahead and go back to the radar, this is where y'all can see. One second. All right, let's second. Live streaming right now. So again, just to the outskirts, I should say, of Dallas, that's where we are seeing that severe storm happening right now. So as we go ahead and take a look at the radar, let's go back to Dallas, and you can see on the Dallas camera, there's a storm out in the distance. Meanwhile, it's kind of clear almost over here, but it's stormy over here. If we transition back over to the radar, Dallas is right here. The storm we're tracking is about to impact Denton at this time. So if you know anybody that's in the Denton area, we got a pretty good storm coming your guys' direction right now. I mean, look at that monster of a hail core. We're in the heavy to almost very heavy category right now, seeing some monstrous size hail. Severe thunderstorm warning for over 2 inches in diameter. This is a destructive severe storm technically as we're tracking this here. Severe thunderstorm warning for Denton, Cook counties until 6:45. 65 mile per hour winds and 2-inch size hail. Emergency responders have, emergency management, I should say, has reported this weather alert, but the city of Denton is about to get hammered right now with this severe thunderstorm as this comes into downtown. I was in Denton a few weeks ago, so just to put that in context there, this storm is coming closer and closer to you guys there, and where it's blinking, that's where we're seeing the bulk and the heavier part of the storm right now. So again, just to the north of Denton, that's where the worst of the storm is at, but it's likely pouring down rain right now in the Denton area. So now as we go ahead and take a look at another live shot, this thing is being very laggy today. I don't know why. It was working perfectly fine before we went live, and now it's just acting up all of a sudden. We have another severe thunderstorm warning out there near Anna, just to the northeast of McKinney. Looks like the Anna area will be spared from seeing monstrous size hail, but areas towards Seattle and just northwest of Blue Ridge, that's where we're going to see some monstrous size hail. Ongoing severe thunderstorm warning for Hunts, Collin, Grayson, and Fannin counties till 6:45. Gulf Wall size hail and 60 mile per hour winds alerted with this storm via the National Weather Service. So as of right now, Dallas-Fort Worth, things are particularly fine. Mansfield, things are looking particularly fine right now. But out towards Decatur, Springtown, that's where we're tracking some stronger storms out there, nothing severe at the time being. But as we go ahead and take a look at Dallas, again, you can see no storms specifically in the Dallas area right now, but there are some storms off toward your northwest right now. So as we go ahead and take a look at our Dallas camera, you can actually see where the storm is at on this live shot. So if you look right over here, this is the storm that we're watching, and that storm out in the distance, that's showing. So yeah, you can actually see the storm on the camera compared to seeing it on the radar, which is absolutely phenomenal. So as we go back over to the radar now, you can see right over here, just to the northwest of Dallas, that storm right there that's impacting Denton, we can see it on our live camera. So that is a clear sign that this storm is a pretty strong storm, and it is producing some of the hail and wind like what is prompted to do with this alert. And again, the National Weather Service going over 2-inch size hail with this, as this has been reported by emergency responders. All right, we got XL Weather in the chat. We got Zane in the chat. We have Weather Tracking Plus Corp in the chat. Good evening, and hopefully your guys' day is going pretty well. All right, so as we go ahead and take a look at another alert, shall we? We have a mesoscale discussion currently in effect across North Texas right now. We actually have a severe thunderstorm watch from Abilene, DFW, up towards Durant, Oklahoma this afternoon. Again, nothing majorly concerning right now except for that very large hail that's going through Denton here in just a moment. We are also tracking some severe weather warnings out there. Closer to home here in Central Texas, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Tom Green County and areas northeast of El Dorado. Severe warning right now in effect that we're tracking. The National Weather Service in San Angelo issuing this weather alerts for 60 mile per hour winds and some penny-sized hail. So not super dangerous of a storm, but this storm is producing some smaller hail and gustier winds. That's why the storm's been severe out there for Tom Green County, just south of San Angelo. One thing is also, this is interesting, look at this, there's an outflow boundary that's appeared north of San Angelo, right around the Carlsbad area, south of Miles and south of Paint Rock. We got a outflow boundary. Question is there a front pushing through, anything like that occurring? I don't think there is a front pushing through. I may be wrong. I haven't looked at much weather in a few days, so I don't think we have a front coming through unless we do. But there's an outflow boundary. It's probably coming from these storms out there just north of Eden. So as we go ahead and take a look, Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Okay, I just messed up my OBS settings. My apologies, guys. There we go. So now as we go ahead and take a look back over to Dallas, where again the weather is about to get real here soon. Things are starting to get interesting across the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Nothing concerning right now in any of the Metroplex areas or communities right now. But again, Anna and Denton, just north of DFW, that's where we're tracking very large hail with storms producing golf ball to 2-inch size hail, baseball size hail almost. So this is a weather alerts that we're tracking for you guys this evening. Alright, so there's Dallas, just to your northwest near Denton. There is a thunderstorm that is severe. Let's take a live look out there at the Dallas skyline, and you can see out in the distance that's where the storm is. You can actually see another storm also popping up in the distance. You can see a little bit of blue, some storm clouds in the distance, but white clouds as the storm's eroding out in the distance. Maybe a sign of a new storm or a sign that this is the same storm but just in a different particular area from what we are looking at. So as we go ahead and take back to radar, again, it's only these two storms out in North Texas right now that are prompting severe warnings for some very large hail. Again, up to baseball-sized hail. If you're in Denton, we got some pounding hail coming your direction right now, so y'all need to be taking cover right now. If you're in Anna, we have a severe storm coming your guys' way right now, and the National Weather Service has just updated it. You just saw this live with me. They trimmed it just a little bit to unexclude Tom Bean out there in North Texas. So take a look at the latest of the warning coming in from the NWS. They are saying a severe warning for Cullen, Grayson, Fannin, and Hunt counties here for ping pong size hail now and 60-mile-per-hour winds. This alert will be in effect till 6:45. Of course, when you hear a threat of a warning in your area, seek shelter, and something that we're watching here closely. Just near Denton, we got an interesting curvature here. This is a croissant look here. If this area, if this starts to curve more, we potentially could have some stronger winds start to increase. Something to watch closely if this could start to turn more. But as of right now, we got a C shape right now, a claw with this severe warning. And as we have that occurring, warm air coming into the cloud. This is a perfect base here for a storm like this just north of Denton to produce some very large hail. So if you're in Denton, time to take cover now as we have some large hail coming your guys' direction. People are driving that area right now. Most likely, people's vehicles will be damaged. Windows will be shattered probably. So it's a good time to think about not traveling right now out in the Denton area. So that's what we're tracking right now across North Texas. Before we went live, there was like 5 to 6 severe warnings. Now we're just down to 2, and these 2 storms are really trying to hold on their best. Fort Worth, just northwest of y'all, there is a strong storm, but that's about it. So we're tracking this 1 week severe storm out there in Tom Green County, south of San Angelo, but that's about it. We're also tracking this new strong storm alert just northwest of Mason County in central Texas, west of McClellan County, and north of Menard. A storm producing some gusty winds this evening for us, up to 50 miles per hour just north of Eden. So again, right in this corridor here is where we got a decently strong storm. And also, you see that green line? That's an outflow boundary. We got winds coming out of the storm. And then just to the southwest of there, a severe warning that will probably be dropped here soon if it doesn't try to hold on. A strong storm that we're watching just near El Dorado, one little isolated cell developing. We're also noticing near Big Lake to the east of y'all. We also have another storm over there that's starting to blossom. Near Big Lake, there's a storm, or west of Big Lake, I should say, and southwest of Big Lake, another storm that we are tracking. So, again, we are all eyes on North Texas right now as we have 2 severe warnings for us this evening. Nothing like catastrophic, nothing crazy right now except for the potential hailstorm coming towards Denton right now. So we switch radar sites near Stephenville. I'm kind of surprised Stephenville was not included in the severe thunderstorm watch, but west of Stephenville, just north of Leon and east of Gorman, there's a storm here starting to intensify itself. I'm getting some data back on my other computer here saying that there might be some hail starting to occur and also gusty winds. So the National Weather Service, I would not be surprised if they tag this as a strong storm alert here roughly in a few minutes from now, if this storm can try to hold on together. So just an update where we have severe warnings right now. We have a severe thunderstorm warning currently in effect for the city of Anna, Texas, where we got a Buc-ee's, I believe. That's where we have, no, excuse me, that's Melissa, Texas. But Melissa, Texas is also in the alert. If you're in Anna, you're getting pounded right now with very heavy rain, large hail right now, up to ping pong size. Blue Ridge, Vernonia, Snow Hill, Princeton, Lowy Crossing. Y'all need to be taking cover right now as we have this severe weather alert happening for you guys. If you're in Denton, we have a large hailstorm coming your guys' direction right now. If you're over in Flowermont, Louisville, Highland Village, Little Elm, and Aubrey, y'all need to be taking cover inside as well. If you've not done so, do not travel as we have this dangerous storm producing hail across North Texas. So as we go ahead and take a look at what's going out to the west of those areas, we have a strong storm advisory for Decatur, Boyd, Springtown, Chico, Bridgeport, Paradise, and just southeast of Jacksboro. A line of storms has developed, producing some gustier winds and potentially small hail, but relatively it's heavy rain and some winds. That's pretty much what this is out there. Just west and northwest of the Metroplex. Yeah, just a special weather statement, nothing too concerning at the time being. So that's what we're watching right now. Over in Oklahoma, we're tracking a strong storm north of Leon right now and just southwest of Ardmore right now. Nothing too concerning with this alert as of now, but this storm is special weather statement for 40-mile-per-hour winds and some penny-size hail. So that's what's happening right now across North Texas. Again, nothing catastrophic, nothing crazy right now, except for these two severe storms that are producing ping pong and golf ball size hail, which is pretty significant actually. But all the worst of the weather right now in the United States is underway in North Texas, and this isn't like significantly horrible or terrible or anything like that. Because tonight's weather risk is just a level 2 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center. So where we have the main components for some severe storms this evening, they are developing and setting up shop correctly, but some of the storms that they were not anticipating to be super strong are actually developing out towards like Dallas or north of Dallas this evening. But where they expect more of the intense storms, Sulphur, Durant, Wichita Falls, over towards Olney and near Eastland, that's where they're watching the main concerns for some weather tonight. All right, as predicted, I said I would not be surprised if they tagged this as a special weather statement west of Stephenville, and they just did it northwest of Comanche, so just near Dublin, DeLunio. That's where they just issued a new weather alert. Again, as I accurately predicted, this storm is producing some small hail potentially. Starting to see some purples popping up on there now. National Weather Service tagging the storm for almost quarter-size hail and 40-mile-per-hour winds. And that's pretty much what I said before they even issued this weather alerts. So again, that's what we're monitoring. That's what we're watching right now out there this evening. We're also tracking a severe thunderstorm warning right now south of San Angelo and Tom Green County, northeast of El Dorado right now. One storm producing some 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail that is just barely below severe limits. So as we go over towards the Dallas area right now, again, Dallas-Fort Worth, conditions are relatively quiet for right now, but if we go ahead and take a live look out there at Dallas, y'all can see actually the darker skies out in the distance. Earlier you could, but as we look at this shot now you can't. Things are starting to clear out just a little bit right now at downtown Dallas. Let's go ahead and take a live look out there at this camera, and this camera will actually take a look at the DFW airport, but it's not facing the DFW airport. It is facing downtown. So let's go ahead and take a look at that camera if we can. There we go. It looks like the sun is maybe starting to set. I don't think the sun's setting just yet, but we're actually getting an orange look to the sky. Also some gusty winds out there appearing on this live camera shot, but a beautiful shot of the skyline from a far vantage view out there in Dallas. All right, so back over to the radar. Again, severe warnings right now just northwest of Dallas and northeast of Fort Worth right now. So Denton and Anna right now getting some of the worst weather with some large hail and damaging winds underway right now. So again, Anna, Denton, both cities likely seeing hail right now and the heavier rain and gusty winds. As we've been trying to prepare you for the last 15-20 minutes, this is what we've been tracking as these two cells are rogue and are being severe. So that's what we're tracking right now. That's what we're monitoring with both of these storms. Again, large hail and damaging winds with these weather alerts. We're tracking a strong storm out there to the west of these alerts, out toward Chico, southeast of Jacksboro, Bryson, Boyd area. That's where we get some special weather statements for some small hail and gusty winds. Relatively, it's heavy rain and wind. That is pretty much it with what we're monitoring with both of these alerts out there in West Texas. Or excuse me, in North Texas. All right, as accurately predicted earlier, I said I would not be surprised if the National Weather Service tagged this as a special weather statement. They did so after two minutes later of us not coming to the storm. They did it. So special weather statement just to the west of Stephenville, north of Dublin, and Elon. Pretty much all in this area for a strong storm. This alerts, again, it's just special weather statement. But looking at the radar, we got some purple reflecting back. So it's going to put us almost in the heavy category. Actually, it is in the heavy category. And we would likely have probably near quarter-size hail. So probably in the next few minutes, if this storm can continue to pulse up, I believe that this could become low-grade severe here in a moment. For maybe some 60-mile-per-hour winds and pocket change size hail here probably in just a moment. And that alert could include Stephenville here in just a moment. So we'll see how this goes here, but I would not be surprised if this gets upgraded to a low grade in severe thunderstorm warning. As the storm is starting to expand itself out, the structure is starting to expand, warm air is coming into the cold air, and in the updraft is starting to grow more than likely right now just northeast of Comanche. So that's pretty much what we're tracking right now. Stay safe. Great job on the scene tonight. Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you very much. All right, so again, folks, tracking multiple weather alerts out there this evening. This is all in Texas. Let's see if there's any other alerts in the United States. There's a weather alert in Oklahoma. There's a weather alert in Minnesota, Michigan. Yeah, it's pretty much where all the alerts are underway tonight. As we take a look at our severe weather risk for today, the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center is throwing out a level 2 out of 4 or 5 risk from Atoka back towards Haskell, Texas, where the risk is there for large hail, damaging winds, and even an isolated tornado threat is possible, but not very likely, but it's possible. So this is going to be an area and a zone that we're going to have to keep our eyes on for at least the next hour or two. And then there's a marginal risk of severe weather around this, and that's where we have a special weather statement out there near the Stephenville area, some strong storms out there near Springfield and east of Joplin. That's pretty much what we're tracking right now. And hey, look at this. We got one severe storm just south of San Angelo, and they're not even under severe weather threats. And that could be the possibility throughout the next couple of days potentially. So as we take a look at tomorrow's severe weather risk, the Storm Prediction Center has included Dallas-Fort Worth in a level 1 risk, a level 2 risk back out towards Oklahoma City and out towards Kansas. As of right now, I don't plan to cover tomorrow's severe weather threats, but if I'm in the mood tomorrow, we will cover this. But then on Tuesday, we have another severe weather threat, which is nearing the DFW metro area, just north and east of Dallas. And towards Texarkana, there's a level 2 out of 4 or 5 slight risk of severe storms. So this will be something that we'll have to keep our eyes on as we approach our Tuesday. As of right now, no scheduled stream is forecasted right now for tomorrow or Tuesday, but other people will most likely cover this. So yeah, just kind of just doing an on-air update right now, tracking these severe storms, guys. So yeah, just not a whole lot. It's just these two storms. The storm near Denton is starting to weaken here just a little bit. Out towards Anna, still a pretty decent storm. Let's switch to velocity. Our velocity products here showing no rotation, thankfully, just some good old winds and a decent storm. So that's about it with what we're watching right now. All right, so Dallas. Here's Dallas on our camera, or on the radar. Just to our northwest and northeast, there are some storms. As we go ahead and take a look at a camera shots coming in from Dallas, let's take a look at the just downtown Dallas camera perspective. And you can see on this live shot, out towards the far left side of your screen, you can see some clouds still sticking around the updrafts of that parent storm northwest of Dallas towards Denton. The cloud updrafts are really far out. And as we go ahead and take a look at the DFW camera, which is not facing Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, it's actually facing towards the skyline from a high point, or from a far point, I should say. Well, look at the sky, it's all orange, which is very interesting. You can actually see, I can't pronounce the cloud name, but hopefully you all know the name, but just to your left side of the screen, you can see the cloud tops out in the distance. And that storm, as mentioned, is all the way out there in Denton. And as we go back to our radar, you can see, as you can see right here, Denton, Dallas, camera was right here. We're getting the cloud tops from that storm. So, hey, the cameras are very helpful tonight. So they're showing the storms very well, which is fantastic. Again, guys, a severe thunderstorm watch underway right now, including Dallas-Fort Worth, Abilene, and areas towards Ardmore, Oklahoma. Again, a severe watch will be going in effect right now, and the alert watch will expire tonight at 10 p.m. So that is what we're watching right now, guys, this evening. Hey, what is up, Clint? Good evening to you. But yeah, that's what we're watching. A strong storm advisory for Decatur. And just south of Jacksboro right now, we got, it looks like a line of storms maybe starting to bubble up right now, but nothing out of the ordinary for right now. We do have a live storm chaser. Jason Cooley is out there for us this afternoon or this evening, and you can actually see the darkening skies out in the distance as he actually nears some storms. So great pictures there coming in from Jason Cooley. Anything else happening? One severe storm for us just to the south of San Angelo and Tom Green County, then one storm out there near Eden, and we're also starting to see a few pop-up storms popping up near Big Lake as an outflow boundary has developed, so they're sparking some new storms. Anything happening in the Austin area? As of right now, there is nothing in our Central Texas immediate viewing area. Anything towards our San Antonio viewing area? Doesn't look like there's much that we're tracking, but there is one storm in Central Texas right now on the radar, just in Gonzales County and Guadalupe County. There's one little storm that's popped up just to the southeast of Seguin, so that is about it right now. And the weather right now in Central Texas is relatively hot and boring. So everybody, that's what we have for right now. We are going to go ahead and send things over to the radar. I will be on standby mode. If I need to return, we will come on and break into programming with an update on weather. For this update here at 6 o'clock, it's 6:30 as we approach the time right now. That wraps up our live cast right now. Every new hour for at least the next hour or two, we'll provide a 3 to 5 minute update at the hour. If we get any new significant alerts, we will come on air sooner than later, but the radar will be on. I'll be on standby mode. Every 30 minutes or so, we'll provide a live update, which will last 3 to 5 minutes, unless some new alerts get issued from now and 30 minutes, and that's when we'll come back with the latest details. So reporting live from the Storm Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. We will go ahead and take you to the radar. But before we do, let's check one more thing, as it is 6:30 right now, so I have about 20 more seconds before we gotta hop off air. Dallas skyline cam, some storm clouds out in the distance right now. Here is the camera at DFW, and you can also see skies out there are relatively orange as of right now. Before we go real quick, we got Wagon Train in the chat saying glad to see me back. It's been a while. Yep, it has been a while. I've been taking a break from streaming and making content, but well, slightly. And tonight, I have decided to come back. We're doing some testing on tonight's stream, guys. You can see it's a little bit glitchy and stuff. I'm still working on things. The look of the stream is also not going to be permanent, so I'm also working on that as well. But a lot of changes, a lot of new stuff will occur. Just wait for some new updates. So yeah, that's what I got for right now, guys. If we get like a severe alert in Dallas or Fort Worth, we will be here until the alert is over. But right now, it's just these two rogue severe storms in North Texas. The storm in Denton, the hail has really gone down, but there's still some decently sized hail. In the Anna area, y'all got some pretty good hail for quite some time. Now the worst of the storm is slowly pushing off towards your southeast right now, just west of Greenville in North Texas. We also have that severe thunderstorm this evening too. So again, DFW, we're quiet for now. Just some severe storms off towards your north, barely to your north, just literally just a county away from y'all. You got some severe storms. All right, this pink you see, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. That goes until 10 o'clock tonight with the risk of some large hail up to 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail up to quarter size, and that will be 1 inch in diameter. Back to the storm out towards Stephenville. I'm not going to be surprised if this gets issued as a severe thunderstorm warning here in the next 30 seconds to 2 minutes from now. This could become a new severe storm as we're starting to see some black appear on radar. I was correct of this becoming a special weather statement before it got issued. Let's see if I'm correct if this gets issued as a severe storm here in just a few seconds or in just a little bit from now. But Dublin, DeLone, maybe Stephenville could be included in this alert. We'll see, but these two cities and areas in the storm will most likely get upgraded to a low-grade severe storm warning here, probably here in just a few seconds or in a few minutes from now. But Stephenville, I do not think y'all will be included in this, but they could, but relatively it's going south, so they may trim you guys out, but we'll see what they do if they issue a new severe warning for Comanche County. I think they will. Just looking at the storm, look at the latest trends. I mean, this storm is just very, very crazy. Let's do some investigation into the storm here. Okay. This is our first time using this tool. It's been a little while since I've last used this tool here. Right here, we got some pretty decently sized, this is very heavy rain is what we're seeing right now, but we also got some hail starting to occur in the storm. So this storm in general, guys, I think we got quarter-sized hail, so I got a feeling that this will go severe here in just a moment. Alright, so that's what we're tracking right now. Again, guys, just these two severe storms out there in the Denton area and just near Anna. Two severe storms that we're tracking this evening here. Alright, great to see you. Keeping us safe today. Best wishes for a great week ahead. Take care. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us well tonight. Western and Central Texas weather is ramped up for September, keeping you busy on Sunday. Great reporting on the summer-like weather. Yeah, of course. Today is the last day of summer. Tomorrow is the first day of fall. I'm obviously excited for fall because after fall is my favorite season, winter. So I'm obviously excited for that. And I appreciate you guys' comments saying welcome back and stuff like that. Thank you very much. I know the stream, our first stream for when I come back is not Austin or San Antonio weather. It's actually state of Texas weather. So we're doing a little bit of expansion of welcoming me back weather coverage here. Tomorrow we might do a stream. It'll be probably more of a regional stream tomorrow where we do cover like Kansas and Oklahoma tomorrow, maybe, but Texas obviously will be included. If there's a threat, this is probably how it's going to be in the next couple of weeks or so. If a severe threat and it's a decent threat for severe weather and it includes Texas, we'll cover it. If it doesn't, we're not covering it. I won't go live, but it just varies and depends when and what happens and what the threats are, but we'll keep eyes on it. Always enjoy your style of reporting. Thank you very much. My style is probably very different from what most of y'all probably know. Alright, we are tracking a strong storm in Eden, Texas right now. This is just east of San Angelo, east of Tom Green County. We got a storm that's strong to your north for gusty winds up to 50 miles per hour. So if you know anybody that's in Eden, I just got a message saying that someone was in Eden. And they're in the weather alert right now, but there's some storms popping off just to the north right now. So anyone over there, keep eyes on the storm. You guys are probably starting to feel the wind or at least hearing the wind. But that is about it. with what we're tracking. All right, I'm very shocked, very surprised that this storm has not went severe yet. I mean, just look at the storm. Purple everywhere. Clear indication right there where we likely have some large hail happening. Obviously, it is issued. It's obviously issued as a special weather statement for some hail and winds, but hey, that is what we're watching this evening. All right, we got some storms out there in North Texas, Denton and Anna. These are the two areas that got pounded with some large hail here earlier this evening. The worst of the weather is now pushing south at Denton, but if these storms can continue to hold together, strengthen up, and slowly move, we potentially could throw in a low-end flood threat here in just a moment. So at least half an inch of rain has fallen in Denton in just the last hour. These are pretty heavy rain rates too, where you see all the reds and oranges at least a half an inch per hour. So these storms can continue to push into the southeast and very slowly move. We may introduce a flood threat tonight for areas towards North Texas. Now, the question is does the Weather Prediction Center even have North Texas highlighted under a flood risk tonight? They do. There's a level 1 out of 4 margin of risk for Jacksboro to Red Oak to Dallas-Fort Worth to Sulphur Springs, Paris, and all the way to the north. So my thinking is pretty correct, and it is connecting with what the Weather Prediction Center is saying. So I didn't even check today's Weather Prediction Center outlook. I just made a my logical thinking is on today. And it's on points today. We've been very accurate with when I think a new alert will get issued and where it'll be issued, especially earlier in the stream is where we talked about it. So again, the question is if this area storms can hold together and push to the southeast and slowly move, we could introduce a flood threat for areas towards Denton, because we just had very heavy rain. Earlier ago, there was pink and purple. So that's even heavier rain than what you just see for dark red. So that's what we're watching. Relatively, guys, this storm for very large hail, the hail core's weekend, it's pretty much gone. It's just a good old storm with some gusty winds. But the National Weather Service still going with ping pong size hail, so we will, I guess, continue to treat this as a ping pong size hail storm, but very confident that the hail has at least gone down to quarter size out in areas south of Denton. So if you are on the Corinth area, Highland Village, or Flower Mound, hey guys, be alert. We got a strong to severe storm approaching your guys' neck of the woods. Stay safe. Do not travel if you are thinking about it. In the Anna area, that's where we had some very large hail coming in your guys' area just moments ago. Where we have a Buc-ee's at, Melissa, just east of y'all. There's a very large hailstorm that's happening right now. The Blue Ridge area is actually seeing the storm, but where we're experiencing potentially damaging hail right now, we got Chambliss in the heart of the hailstorm. So this is not a good area to be in. Valdez, something like that. You can see on your screen right there. That city right there, guys, that's where we're also tracking some of the risk of some large hail. So just to the south of Chambliss, that's where we're tracking some very large hail right now, just north of Altuga and northwest of Veronia. Right now with this storm, I know I'm not good with pronouncing city names that I've never heard before, so I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing them very wrong. And we most likely probably have like a county road or some sort of highway connecting these cities here. So anyone driving right now, getting blinded rain and hail and wind, and it's a mess out there. So that's what we're tracking right now for these areas. Yeah, severe weather's wild. Hunker down, Denton, Texas. Yep. Actually, Denton. If you're in Denton, I think y'all are good for right now. Alert-wise, the worst of the weather is to your south now. We'll have to keep eyes on this area here to maybe increase a risk of a flood threat. So we'll see how that goes here in just a little bit from now. All right, so Dallas-Fort Worth conditions right now are relatively quiet. So you got the severe watch on your phone. You're like, okay, so there's a risk of severe weather tonight. Where's all the weather occurring right now? It's all towards your north right now. And as we actually go ahead and take a live look at a camera, this is going to be at the Dallas Skyline Cam, or excuse me, this is going to be in downtown Dallas. And you're going to see from this live shot out towards the distance, there's some of those clouds where there's a storm. You can also kind of see a low cloud effect of like kind of rain in the distance. It's clear here, it's rainy over here. That's exactly what's happening right now as we have storms near Plano and Allen. The the cloud features and the cloud tops are so tall and so wide, you're able to see them from a far points, which is absolutely outstanding to see. Here's our DFW airport camera. This camera is showing. Oh wait, wait 1 second. Did I mess up the? Let's see. Oh crap! 1 second. 1 second. I should have renamed the scenes much better. So this is a green screen off, green screen on. That's what it was. Sorry about that. All right, here is the airport camera, and you can see that it's relatively quiet in downtown. That is about it. Yeah, that's about it. So now we will go ahead and return back to the radar. It looks like this storm just north of west of Dallas, looks like this storm is making a southeast track. So we'll have to see if this storm can hold together. By the way, it's actually slowly weakening, but if this can really try to hold together, heads up Dallas. We could have a strong storm come your way if this can hold together. And again, I'm seeing a new trend that the storm is starting to weaken, so I don't see much with this storm anymore. Alright, storms out there just southeast of Eastland, northeast of Comanche right now, southwest of Stephenville, excuse me, northwest of Dublin. This storm is starting to weaken a little bit. I think it's good to back off the severe alert. Let's keep a strong storm tagged as of right now for the threats of hail up to half-inch size and gusty winds up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. But that is about it. We are tracking, let's go to our viewing area here in South Central Texas, Austin, San Antonio. We were tracking one storm just near, it was in Gonzales and Guadalupe counties. So there's that one little storm. That's about it. Maybe some sprinkles. And that's about it that we're tracking in Central Texas this evening. We're tracking some strong storms out there in Central West Texas. This is a pretty good storm. This storm is actually starting to expand itself. It's really starting to intensify just a little bit. There's also an alpha boundary developed with this, so heads up San Angelo, gust of wind is coming your guys' way. We had a severe warning in southern Tom Green County. That storm is falling apart, and that's going to be the moral of the story, guys, today. And we actually got new storms blossoming out there south of Big Lake, northwest of El Dorado, and southwest of San Angelo. That's about it with what we're tracking now. And we're also tracking some storms out there towards, actually we're tracking nothing right now out there towards Midland, Odessa, nothing right now. Just that one storm south of Big Lake, and that is about it. So yeah, guys, that is what we're tracking. There is some activity out there across the Lone Star State, but it's not a whole lot so far this evening, except these two severe storms. Before we went live, there was like 7 severe warnings. Now we're just down to 2. So it's crazy how things go from then to now in just a short period of time. And we've been live for about 45 minutes, so we've been live for some decent time. But that's what we're tracking, guys, this evening. And again, tonight's weather, just keep an eye on Texas weather in our area. So, yeah. Graphics. True that. Excellent graphics. Thank you very much. I like our graphics. I may do some tweaks with them. I've actually, if you guys have been wondering where I've been for the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been thinking very heavily, what should I do with graphics? And I've been working on a big project making graphics. And if you look at the new transitions, the new thumbnail picture of the channel, of the stream I should say, we've never used this look. So let me go ahead and switch transitions. Look at this transition. This is a brand new transition that I created. It goes from red to white. So there's 2 different modes, but I'm going to do some more tweaks to that transition here in the coming days. But yeah, that's just one of the few new transitions that I have. And I'm going to do some more tweaks to it here in the future, and some more tweaks to the stream itself, like the look of the stream here in the coming days. Alright, so I I mean, guys, I was telling you guys moments ago that the storms out in Denton and like Anna area, I'm like, I'm like, I don't think these storms are that concerning anymore. And you know what the National Weather Service just did? They just let the alerts expire. They expired at 6:45. So now we have 0 severe thunderstorm warnings in the Lone Star States. And the whole point of covering weather tonight is Texas weather. So there's not much. Just 2 strong storms in Texas. That is it. And these storms are barely considered being strong. Let's go to the storm just near Stephenville, just northeast of Comanche. This storm is really weakening. I just don't see much or hope, I don't see much hope in the storm anymore. It's really weakening. We had a well-defined hail core, where I thought it was going severe. It just weakened, and it's downtrending, and that's going to be the moral of the story, guys. By the way, it's 6:46. The sun is starting to set just a little bit. Sun don't set till 7:20, 7:30, but as you know, when it's near that time frame, an hour before, the sun does start to go down just a little bit, and will continue to do so each and every minute. So, as it's starting to occur from Dallas-Fort Worth east of Brownwood, this is where we're starting to lose some of that daytime, and then here's towards west of Brownwood, San Angelo. This is where we still have the normal amount of energy as the sun is specifically in a good position, while it's starting to not be in a good position from Austin points north. But as we've been tracking the last several minutes or so, this storm right here was just a little speck, and now it's blossomed into an actual storm. Just north of Eden, northwest of Melvin, northwest of Brady. We're going to keep eyes on this. And moments ago, we also had a severe thunderstorm warning south of San Angelo in Tongue County. That alert has since expired, and you're probably like, there was a severe storm? There's not a single storm on radar. That's the moral of the story. Storms pop up, they dissipate, they dissolve, and they go away. Dissolve is probably not the right word, but they disappear, they pop, disappear, vanish, they're gone. And that's just that's how it's gonna be. I mean, there's a new storm right now, just northwest of El Dorado, south of Big Lake. 2 of the storms on radar right now. They're lasting at least another 20-30 minutes, and then they're gone. And that's just how it's going to be. In Central Texas and West Texas, the environment for storms is not good at all. Why is that the case? And why haven't we seen rain the last couple of weeks? It's because we got a ridge of high pressure dominating over Mexico, and as that large H is dominating over Mexico, it's creating a ridge where precipitation will be very limited, if any could develop, and that's been the case the last couple of days, in the last couple of weeks. So out towards like heart of Mexico, that's where we have the ridge of high pressure, and it's not doing much for us precipitation wise in Central Texas. That's why we have not seen much rain and much of anything in several weeks. This evening, the storms are pretty much nowhere in Central Texas. We're just tracking one storm, one blip in Gonzales and Guadalupe counties, literally right at the county line, and that is it. That is it. Nothing. And it's pretty exciting to say, guys, there's one storm on radar because it hasn't rained in weeks, and we need rain. So I do got some good rain chances in our forecast by the middle of the week. I also have a cold front coming our way this week in Austin, San Antonio. We got a cool down. How does 80 sound? I'm looking forward to that. So we got that coming our way this week. But we also have warm temperatures in the mid-90s. That's where we have been the last several days. It's also been hot, it's been humid. That trend will continue for a few more days. So that's what we're watching. All right, Waco. Things are relatively quiet for Waco. We're tracking one strong storm near Stephenville, but that's about it. The storm has weakened, and it's continuing to weaken. Don't see much of anything with this. These are just storms. They're slowly dying. But severe watch until 10 o'clock tonight, so we will have to see if some of these storms could try to become stronger. But overall, they're starting to downtrend a little bit, but we will see if that trend does continue. Let's go to. Let's zoom into Denton. Yeah, there is no longer a hail core with the storm. I mean, this is not even impressive. This is just a sad storm. There's nothing happening anymore. Let's switch over to there's a radar site that's literally right by the storm, and this is behind the scenes of the actual storm, and it's just rain. That's it. Good old rain. That is it. So nothing else to talk about. So, yeah, we're starting to see a downtrend in the strengthening activity. Now, one thing I'm starting to watch is a line of storms is starting to develop. I believe these are pushing off towards the east-southeast. So if you're in Weatherford, the risk is there for some of these storms to come your way. Shrub, Gordon as well. The question is can this line of storms somehow create its own, well, it is creating its own line. The question is can it try to strengthen up? And if that can occur, we probably could not rule out some isolated severe storms. Only if it can develop, but it's developed and it's starting to wind down just a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. Just not seeing a whole lot with this particular area right now. I try to deliver professionalism. Well, thank you very much, Wagon Train, and yeah. So yeah, guys, that is what we're tracking right now. So right now, if I wanted to take a break, right now is the perfect time because there's nothing to really talk about. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll take a break here. We're going to continue to stream at least until 7:15. If there's still nothing that happens, no new alerts get issued or anything, we will enter stream right around 7:15, 7:30 if nothing happens. But overall, I think the severe weather threat is starting to go down, but we'll have to see if any of these storms will try to pulse back up. If we get a new storm that pops, hey, that could potentially go severe. That's probably how it's going to be the next couple of 1 to 2 hours from now. Again, severe watch until 10 o'clock tonight, so we'll have to monitor this closely, as there is some energy out there across North Texas. So that's what I got for right now. Again, just some storms, nothing severe, as all the alerts have been expired. We'll be on standby mode. We'll do a live update here at 7:05. So here in about 10 minutes, I will come back. We'll check radar. We'll chat. And then if there's nothing happening, when I do my last update at 7:05, which we should be talking until 7:15, there's no new alerts that get issued, or I see things starting to go downhill, we will end the stream right around 7:15. So join me in about 10 minutes for another live update here on the stream. Alright, thank you very much, Wagon Train. I appreciate it. Genuine, rare. Yes, it is. But thank you very much. Alright, so I will send you guys off to a miniature. Be right back. We'll be back at 7:05 here in about 10 minutes. And we will deliver more updates. I'll see you guys here in just a moment. Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm Chief Forecaster David Alford. We're tracking some strong storms out there across central or North Texas right now. Storm right now, just in northwest of Weatherford right now. This storm is producing some very heavy rain right now and some large hail. Potentially could develop with the storm, so watch this closely. Just north of Sharon, just southwest of Garford, something how you pronounce that. There's a storm starting to intensify that we're watching, and this storm is something that we'll have to keep our eyes on to see if the storm could become special weather statement as the storm is starting to intensify itself here just a little bit. So we'll continue to watch everything for you guys here throughout the next little bits. We also have 0 active severe warnings across the Lone Star State, so we are currently in a good shape situation. So again, guys, that's what we're tracking right now, and we will go ahead and return you guys back over to the radar. And of course, we will go ahead and keep you guys updated and informed. So reporting live in the Storm Alert Weather Center, I am Chief Forecaster David Alford. So we will go ahead and return you guys back to the radar.